Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be doing a replay review because, as you all know, or may not know, I can't play League right now, so if you don't know why, just check the description, I'll put it there again. Anyway, a few people asked me to do another Soraka commentary because the first one was my first time playing Soraka in like literally probably over a year. So this is the second or third game, and this is ranked. So for starters, I guess I'll talk about why I use Soraka. I think Soraka is a pretty good counter pick versus Thresh because Thresh doesn't have enough damage to actually out-trade her in lane, and if someone gets hooked, then you can just heal them, and there's not really too much follow-up. So yeah, I think Soraka is a pretty good counter pick versus Thresh, and in all the 4 games I've played Soraka so far, I've always played her against Thresh. So I'm not really sure how she does against other champions. I think that I've played against a Soraka as Leona, and it was pretty annoying. So I think that Soraka can actually do well against Leona because she can just out-sustain the burst. But yeah, I've only played her against Thresh so far, so we'll kind of just look at how this laning phase goes. I'm running armor reds and yellows, MR blues, and flat health quints. So very tanky page and 9-21-0, and we're just shoving out the lane here because we want to get the level advantage. And as a Soraka, you don't really have to worry about the all-in at 2, so you can just push the tower and it's fine because then you can see them getting a lot of auto attack crass off on them right here. And it may not look like it's that much damage, but it does count for something. So right here, I'm probably just going to go in for a trade because Thresh wants to trade with me, so I'm just going to go on Star Call. And notice how I'm also pushing the wave here, which is pretty important because that means we're going to hit 2 first. And I get 2 right here. And I was just Star Calling again. Yeah, so basically the good thing about Soraka is that when you're trading, you're also pushing at the same time. So yeah, it's really good. You do miss some CS on your AD carry, but yeah, that's more fault of AD carry not really being used to playing with the Soraka pretty much. But here they're trying to go for an all-in, and you can see that I don't really care because I'm Soraka and I have so much damage from Star Call that we're able to just tank it out. And I'm so tanky from Doran's shield start and the defensive masteries and runes that I can just sit there and tank everything. So notice how I don't back down when they try to go on me. You just want to stand your ground, use your Star Call. He wants to trade with me here. I'm just saying, okay, trade with me. I put up my armor buff so I take a lot less damage, and I start tanking auto attacks or Jinx. And then here they try to go in. Thresh misses the hook. Wouldn't have actually mattered. I tried to flash to get the Star Call on him, but he was too fast with the speed buff, and we're going to pick up double here. So that's pretty much how Soraka works. You just want to keep the pressure on. Don't be afraid. A lot of people may think that Soraka is like passive support, but it's actually quite the opposite, at least against Thresh in this matchup. You know, Thresh Draven is one of the most aggressive lanes in the game, and Soraka can kind of just nullify that, especially because Draven does a lot of physical damage. He's not like someone like Jinx maybe who does some magic damage, or Tristana, something like that. So the armor buff does a lot against Draven because everything is physical damage. So yeah, heading back to lane here, and you notice I picked up, I don't even pick up a gold item, I just go straight for the health crystal because I want to be tanky as possible. And I have, let's see, almost 1.1k health compared to Thresh's 800. So I can pretty much play as tanky as I want here. I mean, play as aggressive as I want here. And I'm going to play a second rank in Star Call, just going after him here. And you just want to keep the pressure on. Don't forget that Star Call adds negative MR stacks, so getting, the longer you stay in the fight, the more damage you're going to do. So if it looks like you're losing a trade to begin with, just stick in the fight and you'll probably pull out ahead because no one No other support in the game can keep up with the sustained damage of Star Call right now. Except maybe something like Cassiopeia support, but no standard supports. Yeah, you see I'm just poking with auto attacks here. Someone asked me why I wasn't poking with Infuse, and it's because the damage on it is so low. If you look at it, it does like 60 damage. I think we actually get a Colin Draven here. Yeah, he just goes too aggressive. I'll rewind so I can maybe talk about it a little bit more. Yeah, I'm just tanking autos right here because you see how Draven does like no damage to me. And I go up here for a trade to get Star Call on both of them. Jinx gets the trap, and he's just going to die from too much Star Call damage or too much Jinx damage at this point. And Thresh has to be careful as well. But yeah, as I was saying before, the damage on Infuse is so low. It's 60, so it's like the damage is pretty much as much as an auto attack. Literally as much as an auto attack. My auto attack damage is 60 and Infuse does 60, so at that point it's like I would rather just save it until either my carry needs the mana, like absolutely needs it, or until they engage on us, because not having the mana or the cooldown to silence when the other lane engages on you or tries to escape can be pretty bad. It is a relatively low cooldown, but it's similar to how you don't want to use Annie's stun for harass, because it just takes too long to get back up, and you don't want to have it down when the fight starts. So yeah, if my AD carry doesn't like absolutely need the mana, then I'm not going to do it, because it does also donate your mana, which I am pretty high mana at this point, but as you can see, when she gets below like 20%, I start using Infuse on her, but until then I just save it. And I also use it when I know that we won't be fighting for the next period of time, because you notice that's already up again already, because I used it right after the lane reset, so I knew for sure that we wouldn't be fighting again. And I'm using it again here because nothing is going on. So yeah, it's just knowledge of when to use it, and yeah, when to know to save it for the next engagement. As far as skilling order goes, I put in 3 points into Star Color early on, and then I go ahead and max my heal and then my silence. Late game, once you get 40% CDR, your silence is a 6-second cooldown, which is pretty ridiculous, and the silence duration goes up to 2.5 seconds, I believe. So against champions that rely on their abilities to do a lot of damage, such as assassins or AP casters, silence is really devastating to them. So that's why I max it second instead of Star Call, because yeah, Star Call is really good for the early trading, but outside of that, it doesn't really your damage as a support starts to become less relevant. It's sort of like how on Thresh you can put 3 points into Flay early and then start maxing your Q or W afterwards, because excuse me, after your first 3 ranks in the ability as a support, your damage starts to fall off around level 7, so you might as well just start putting your skills and your ranks into better scaling skills, or more utility based. So after we push down bot tower, we're just going to go mid and start pushing this tower, which is pretty much what you want to do as a bot lane. You don't want to stay in bot lane after you kill a tower, because it just puts you up for easier ganks, and after you get ahead in lane, you don't want to throw your advantage. Here I get hooked. I think I might actually die here. Yeah, I should have flashed this. For some reason I thought that was Draven. I remember when this happened, I was like, wait, what? Because I thought that was Draven, and then yeah, I just flashed late here. If I would have flashed the initial snare from Swain, then I would have been fine. I think this was my first game of the day or something, and I was really tired. But we may actually end up picking up a kill here anyway. Yeah, well, maybe not. But we probably get the tower off this because they're all so low. But yeah, That was just my bad. I could have actually lived from that, but at the end of the day, it's really not that bad because we get tower off of it, and because they used Vi's ultimate on me, there was really no way that they could defend that tower. So yeah, after my sight stone, I just finally gonna pick up the ancient coin because I want to build into Talisman of Ascension. The first game I played, I went for Frost Queen's Claim because I figured the extra peel would be pretty useful along with the AP, but it turns out her AP ratios are really not that good, so it doesn't really end up benefiting you that much. The peel ability is nice because Soraka doesn't have really any peel of her own at all, so the slow can be really helpful. 50% slow for 2 seconds can be really nice versus bruisers or just able to catch people out. You can, for example, do like a slow into a silence, which can be pretty nice. And I see that they want to dive top, and I think it's a pretty bad idea. So I decided to come up here. I'm like, okay, we see Vi there, so I'm just gonna wait here for her. And she's just trying to kill me here, but I'm so tanky that she can't really do anything. I put the silence on her so she can't flash away. She flashed away finally, but probably end up getting close kill here. Oh no, we don't. Flash away, 2 flashes burnt for that. Yeah, you notice that the silence timing was right after the cocoon wore off. Boom, right there. Absolutely no delay in between those. So chaining CC together is really important. Very important to learn on Soraka, especially because as she only has 1 CC ability, and it's a soft CC, you really need to know how to use it well. I'm not sure I was ulting there, probably middle. Oh yeah, this is where Zed thinks I have heal up, but as you notice, I don't have heal up. So he was running. It was really dumb of him to do that in the first place, but like he should have just waited for me to heal, but yeah, he was running towards me, or ran back in because he thought I was going to heal him, but as you guys saw, my heal was on cooldown. The cooldown on heal is actually quite long, 19 seconds right now. It's 22 at, 20, I think I have 5% CDR right now. Yeah, 5% CDR, so I think it's 23 at rank 1, and then it goes down to 20, and then 17, something like that. So at max rank it's like 12 or something. I think it may be around like 10 with 40% CDR. Not sure the exact numbers, but early game it's definitely a pretty long cooldown. I used to think of it as kind of like a shield wall, and you guys played WoW. It's like a big cooldown that you want to save and use for the right moment. You typically don't want to use it for sustain, especially in the early parts of the game. Not only because it costs a lot of mana, but also because if you use your heal, then that means you don't have the armor buff. And even only at rank 2, it gives 67 armor right now, which is pretty huge. That's a lot of gold worth, over 1,000 gold worth of defensive stats. So you definitely want to not use it for sustain if you don't have to, because using it before an important engagement can be really detrimental. Here, team is kind of throwing a bit. I think we bait them into doing dragon here. Yeah, we have vision on them doing this, so they can't finish it, and for some reason they just run away and let us take it even though it's a 3v4. This was pretty interesting. And then, yeah, we just get away, get a dragon for free. Well, that was really bad by them, not really sure. They were probably afraid of Zed and Renekton coming because they had no vision. They didn't really have vision deep in our jungle either. They had 1 ward reasonably far up, but nothing too major. Here I'm just pressuring Swing because I know he has no kill potential on me. And I use my ult to help them over here. Yeah, I'll just rewind so you can see why I use my ult. So here they're invading. Renekton gets caught a little bit here, flashes out. Gets the ultimate right there as soon as he ults, so it's a pretty big burst of health. And he's running to me. Unfortunately, Swain is here. I flash, get the heal. Silent Swain so he can't get off any abilities, but Renekton goes back in. Probably should have just ran away, but he ends up dying. We get the kill on Swain anyway. So, and also Thresh got the kill, so it wasn't really that bad. It was a 2 for 1, but at the same time, 2 kills on Thresh isn't really going to be like a comeback for them. I think Renekton could have lived there if he played a little bit more safe, but at the end of the day, we are kind of throwing at this point, so I'm telling my team, like, let's group up, let's take some towers. You notice that pretty much all I do is just go to lanes and push on Soraka, which is another thing that's good about Soraka, that she pushes so fast that you can kind of control the pace of the game just by pushing out waves. As you notice, like, whenever our team is off doing something random, I'm kind of just pushing waves because I want to pressure the lanes and get objectives. Because team fighting I don't really care about. It's not how you win the game. How you win the game is pushing towers, and that's what Soraka is especially good at, because she has sustain. And yeah, this is a really bad Pantheon ult right here on top of us. Trying to get out. I just barely get out. Silence Pantheon so he can't throw a spear at me. Looks like we're running away here. Wow, that Jinx W did so much damage. Oh my god. Yeah. Renekton going in. Way to cough that. Vi barely getting away, doesn't get away with Jinx. Jinx gets reset, can she get another cough this? Oh my gosh, she just reset her auto attack like 6 billion times. Swain's gonna go down here. Draven chasing Jinx, not gonna get the kill though, gets stunned up by Cocoon and Renekton, and he's gonna go down as well. And we get the tower off this. It's funny because, oh my god, she's maxing Zap, that's why I did so much damage. Don't max Zap, ever. It's funny because at the beginning of this game, this Jinx was like, I don't play AD carry, I don't like this, I have a Soraka, blah blah blah. And then at the beginning when I was pushing waves with my Q, she was like, I don't like this, because she was missing CS. And then after we got the double kill, she was like, okay, never mind. This is okay. And then the rest of the game she was just like talking about how overpowered Soraka was. It's pretty funny. Yeah, you definitely don't ever want to max W, especially against someone like Draven who you can outrange if you max your Q first. Yeah, you always want to max your Q first because the range that you get from it is just too crucial in team fights. If you look at their team, they have like so much melee, and yeah, they have pretty much their entire team is like melee range-ish. Draven has low auto attack range and Swain has low range in its spells, so they're all like bruiser-esque, so being able to outrange them all is really important. So I'm just roaming down bottom here. I tell my team that I want to push bottom, I think, so oh, I think that's where they sneak Baron actually. Yeah. So Elise made the call that she wanted to sneak Baron here with Renekton. So I didn't like it personally because it's too risky, but I figured if we're gonna do that, I might as well just go push bottom with Jinx. So yeah, we tell Zed to split middle and we'll split bottom. Kind of just as a distraction, that way they think that we're pushing bottom instead of doing Baron. So you can see that Thresh, Draven, and Pantheon are all rotating bottom, and I've set up wards in their jungle to know where they will be coming from, so we have nothing to fear here. And notice how we're not trying to play too overly aggressive, we're just pushing, and after we get the Baron, the jig is up, so we're kind of just, yeah, sitting here. I ult a little bit late there, so I don't end up getting the assist. I wasn't actually looking at mid, I was just looking on the side of the screen, on the left side, to see, and I saw that that Zed was getting chunked down, so I decided ult, but it was a little bit too late. But we see Vi rotating down, and we just run. No problem. You don't want to play too aggressive in this kind of situation. Like, there's no point in being overly aggressive. Let's see what the cooldown is on this. 12 seconds. Yeah, 12 seconds, pretty good. 110 armor, 116 with the scaling, 6-second cooldown on Infuse, 1.5 on Star Call, and 96 on Wish. Wish is kind of a long cooldown. It's actually a really long cooldown, 96 seconds with 40% CDR. That's actually a huge cooldown. But it is a pretty strong ability. that if you're only healing one person, obviously it's not that great. Like 150 health at rank 2 is pretty bad. Yeah. So when I saw Vi coming in there, I didn't want to risk it, so I just used my Aurelius because Pantheon could have been ulting down as well. So better safe than sorry. Don't really need that. It's a really short cooldown, only 60 seconds on the Talisman, so not really a big deal. We'll probably be up by the next time I fight anyway, so nothing too much to worry about. Not really sure what we're doing here. We should be grouping up and pushing right now, but it's just kind of me and Jinx. I think I'm asking my team, yeah, pinging the tower here. Like, come on, guys. We need to do something. We got Baron. This happens a lot in solo queue. Like, teams will get Baron and then just stall and do nothing. Ult here to save Elise. She's getting low. If she ran down to hear me here, she actually could have lived, but she was running up to her Nectin instead. Probably should have ran to me for the heals, but used Australia, see it's already up again for when we need it, and I think we actually might actually end up dying here. Nope, we get out. They run away from us for some reason. Not really sure why, but they end up backing out, and at least with Elise dying, we are finally in the bot lane together, almost. So I use my heal there for sustain because nothing else is going on, so I don't have to worry about being engaged on soon. It will be up by next time we fight. Like if I were to ult in right now, it would already be up again, so no problem there. Ooh, I'll probably flash this. Oh no, I'm probably just gonna. Oh, nice. I do got just barely. Shock or Violet goes on me. Renekton is taking out the rest of their team. Renekton does end up getting out of this. Wow. Toss steal on him. Actually, no, he gets stunned up there from Swain. Probably gonna get Sunset on Swain, take him out. Renekton just barely may get out of this. Nope, the Spear pick him up, but they're in a really bad position now. Jinx should have just face checked into that. I don't know why she was so scared. And they end up probably getting away because of that. Ooh, Elise gets the execute on him. Nice. Oh, so close. Yeah, in that situation, Jinx should have just face. I couldn't face check into it because I was too low, so I could have been bursted down. But Jinx is full health, so she could have just face checked into it, no problem. Got the kill initially. Probably got on a reset and then picked up the kill on Thresh as well. But oh well. Minor misplay. We end up getting the middle inhibitor because of their chasing. And I think we actually get a favorable trade off that and kills as well. Yeah, we definitely did because we got a kill on Swin and Pantheon both. And maybe even Vi, I'm not sure about that one. But we get at least a 2-for-1 and we get middle. I think we got 2 towers and an Ember off that, so that was pretty huge. At this point, I think we're just too far ahead for them to deal with. Yeah, 13k gold ahead. Not much they can really do, but as you see as Soraka, pretty much all you want to do is just group and go for objectives. I get the silence on Vi here to stall her ult for a little bit. Elise gets locked up here by pretty much everything. At least they're stacking CC. I blow my ultimate here for the heal. Only ends up healing about 2 people effectively, but that's okay. And Elise ends up dying here. Jinx able to come in for the resets. Does Jinx have ult up? No, Jinx already ulted. But they're all low, so we're just going to chase them down here. If Renekton rotates, we can actually pick up some kills here. Not going to end up happening though. Zed does have ultimate up. He goes in on Drave and picks up that kill. Just start calling here, blowing the heal on Zed to keep him alive. And silence is up right now. Not going to end up silencing anything. Also, start calling reduces the cooldown on your heal, which not sure if it works off of base cooldown or remaining cooldown. I think it's base cooldown, so yeah, 7.5 seconds off of this is roughly a second, pretty much. So every star call that hits, you get a second reduction on your heal, which is pretty good. Yeah, I asked for this blue because no one else is really useful and with it, and I can just, if anyone does need heals, then I can just spam my infuse on them, especially since it's late game now. It's actually restoring 111 mana, which is pretty huge, every 6 seconds. It does cost me half of that mana, but that's relatively okay because I have blue buff. Which is the main reason why I wanted the blue buff in the first place. So I don't really need it back here, even though I probably have a lot of gold. Yeah, we all have a lot of gold on us right now. You may actually end up back here. Actually, we see Baron is up, so or not, we'll just rotate mid. I'm pinging for Baron. Yeah, we'll rotate back to this Baron because it's up in 3 seconds. Have the timer on that. They do have a ward on this, but not sure if they're not even sure how they got this ward here. It looks like they are gonna try to contest this, but we kill it so fast, especially with actually I don't think Star Call works on it, but Pantheon will come in for the ult here. I can't really get the silence on him because yeah. But anyway, I get the silence on Thresher so he can't flash away. Chained perfectly into Cocoon and knows how he had his flash up, but not able to use it because he was silenced. The silence is really devastating. 2.25 seconds silence right now. Once I get level 15, it will be 2.5 seconds, which is where it starts to become really hard to deal with. Soft CCs aren't usually seen as that devastating, but in the right, used correctly, silences can be really strong. So yeah, I'm just tanking Swain's cooldowns here. It actually does hurt quite a lot. Don't have any MR right now. I was going for a Rylai's here because just wanted more ability to crowd control pretty much. Swain gets hit up here. Probably gonna, ooh, just barely surviving the Golden Crow. He gets a silence on him, but he still clicks the lantern even though I silenced pretty much immediately. He still got away with it somehow. Pretty unfortunate. You actually can't click lanterns when you're silenced, so yeah. Anyway, Sam will get silenced right here. Anyway, that's it for this game. Chain into a silence again. See how strong the silence is? It's like it's so long range. I think it's 975 range, and on top of that, you can't. You wouldn't think it would be that great, but because you can't flash out of it so strong, especially in combination with slows or something like that, because they'll just be like spamming their flash and then they can't get away anyway. But anyway, this was a Soraka commentary for those of you that wanted it. Yeah, just a pretty fun champion. I thought she was really boring at first, but I thought she was really boring before I played her, but after I played her, I think she's pretty fun. So if you do think she's boring, I would suggest trying her out at least and trying out my build, my masteries and stuff, and just try to be a bully in lane. It's actually pretty fun because you feel like untouchable in lane. And it's just funny because it's also funny at the same time because you're playing Soraka, which is like a champion that everyone thinks sucks and stuff like that, when the reality is much different from that. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I will see you guys for the next one. See ya.